Hey guys, all right, so we have hacked into a $10,000 Levo bike, thank you Matt, and we have made an extension, a simple extension cable here, and what this is a Rosenberg's that we happen to have in stock, and the Specialized uses a charge port. This is just made for charging, but the Specialized is using it for their battery discharge, which is awesome. I always thought this is a good idea because this thing will put out up to 50 amps, and you see all these communication ports. It's communicating with the battery. So what we did, all this rat's nest you see, is just that we have a Cycle Analyst in between, a buddy of ours, Cycle Analyst. So this Cycle Analyst will accurately measure the watts and the volts and get us a real rating of how much power the bike's putting out. Now, because we've gone out and ridden this bike, it just seems so much faster than the Flex bike, and it's putting out the same watts, which is 500 watts. Or actually the Flex bike.
Well, the Flex was rated at 650.
The Flex was rated at 650. It doesn't seem right. I mean, this bike seems so much more powerful. So we're gonna see if that watt reading is right, if this bike is really putting out only 500 watts or if it's putting out, like we suspect, much more. Okay. All right, here we go. We got the hacked, Specialized Levo Skunkworks S, and this is Matt's bike, and we're about to go out and test the true wattage on a hill. Are you ready, Matt?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, let's go do it. Okay, so we went out and tested the Specialized bike, and it turns out it's a hell of a lot cooler and faster than we thought it was. Specialized claims their bike peaks out at 530 watts. Well, we took it out, tested it, and it was 650 watts.
660.
660?
Continuous.
660 continuous and 700 watts peaks. So the bike, and it seemed really efficient, where it was even keeping up with BBS HDs. So pretty impressive, really.
Yeah, no, I think that after we did a few hill climb tests earlier, we both thought that even with me pedaling, it seemed like it still had a little more juice than the rated 500. So yeah, we proved it today. So it's kind of a fun experiment, and definitely proves that they're understating the output of the bike. So it's interesting why they do that.
I think they don't need to do that in the American market because we have a 750 watt limit, but maybe they want to classify it as, like you said, a class 1 or something. But in the European market, in turbo mode, this thing is way over the legal limit, right? So an illegal and cool, fast e-bike. And hats off to Specialized for having the balls to do it. I remember Specialized as a company that came forward with what they claimed was the fastest bike in the world.
The Turbo?
And they were claiming a 40-mile-an-hour top speed, which at the time, everything was speed-based back then, and they just blew away those limits. Well, I think they should be proud that their bike breaks. They claim this bike is only a 250 watt bike, right?
The nominal motor voltage is 250. They say it's 530 peak.
530 peak. We tested today, and it was a lot higher, 700 watt peak.
And keep in mind, it was keeping up with the Specialized road bike with road tires. This is a 3-inch fat bike. It still has a lot of weight and a lot of tires to turn, and the bike still kept up uphill, which is pretty impressive. So
I'm really impressed with the bike. It seems to handle all the power and everything really efficiently too. Now, when we were running against it, we were running against riders who weren't pedaling versus him who was pedaling hard, and the races were pretty close. And I thought, wow, maybe people underestimate human output of watts. I mean, maybe that's what's all goofy, but there's just something that doesn't seem right about that. But in any respect, this bike with the human pedaler is a pretty fast, decent bike. I mean, very fast, right?
We have more testing and hacking to come, hopefully.
Absolutely. That was fun. All right.
Cool.